Ospreys unbeaten under Mark Jones. Leinster unbeaten all season. Full stop. We're off. We're underway at the Swansea.com. First touch, boss off. And he's straight into contact. Perfect opportunity to say good evening to Sean Holly.
Good evening, Garth. Good evening, everybody. Pleased to say no rain at the Swansea.com. Enough to the last performance against Benetton. I'm so looking forward to this game. Leinster's so difficult to play against, even with a so-called second string.
First error by Jamie Osborne. Knocked it on. We watched him. Where were we? We were at the Aviva for the Dragons game in the season, and he was exemplary. There's a second opportunity for him. This time by Cassende, he knocks it on, and an untidy start ends with a Leinster scrum.
That's the thing about Leinster during Six Nations in autumn. A lot of people watching will know many of the names. There's a lot of 21, 22-year-olds. We see Osborne here, doesn't compete, and Cassende, free catch and drops it, chance for Leinster. But so many youngsters, Cooney and Tector, 21 and 22 in the centre. There's 4 forwards in the pack that are 22 and under. Boyle and McCarthy in the front row. Mangan in the second row. Watch out for James Culhane. And a lot of them have played in Ireland under-20s Grand Slam teams. And these will become household names, Garth, as we move forward, watching the likes of Leinster.
Well, here's one, Charlie Tector. The odd opportunity here and there. Alongside him is Hugh Cooney. Solid scrum for the visitors. Penalty for the visitors.
Ominous start. Of course, we got Slimani, the French tight head, 35 now. And Gareth Phillips with a tough start. And straight away, Frawley, no hesitation, down towards that 5 metre. And an ominous start. It's not what Mark Jones will have wanted. Penalty. A younger Italian ref tonight who, you know, could be whistle happy. So they have to be squeaky clean if they can, the Ospreys.
Okay, take the space. Don't close the gap.
First shot at the Ospreys line for the visitors. Serviceable ball.
Inside 5.
And they turn to the driving ball. Gus McCarthy gives the backs an opportunity. Here's a carry by Tector. Round the corner they come. Big impact carries. This is ominous. Ospreys bringing players down, but they're losing the contact battle, the physical battle. There's a play on the ball.
No.
And Morgan Morris gets a vital penalty for his team.
Oh, under the sticks. Tipuric was involved, as was Gareth Phillips, atoning for his scrum penalty. But that man, Morgan Morris, often the unsung hero for the Ospreys.
Guys, go back. Go back.
Fantastic turnover, much needed. It was a very direct play, wasn't it, from Leinster? Round the corner, winning races, big ball carriers.
It's a name that gets repeated time and time again.
Yeah, his work rate is huge. You know, it's really good technique because he just pounces on it, having come round, brought his last feet, so his entry was legal. So tempting for players to go in from the side so close to their own line. Does really well there, Morgan Morris.
Solid ball, but a little bit laboured. And Morris just had to check his run.
Stay 2, stay down 2. Okay.
Zip's been lost, so possession handed back to Leinster here. Well marshalled by O'Brien. Leinster, they don't overplay either. Slimani carries.
No, they know exactly what they're doing, so it doesn't matter really what Leinster player wears the shirt. They're all so well coached and in tune.
Nicely taken by Owen Williams. That's been stripped. Harry Deeves shapes the kick. Oof, and then he's driven back.
Stay 5, no hands.
Deeves won't like that.
He's a bit of a wrecking ball, isn't he?
Yes.
He'll thrive on this tonight, getting his opportunity.
A chop tackle and a Leinster hand on the ball. I think it's been turnover, is it? Yeah. Interesting to look at that tackle again. Was there possibility of no arms, or either way Leinster have possession and they have numbers. Swung out to O'Brien. O'Brien steps back inside. Into traffic, into Deves. Decent line speed from Ethan Lewis and Botha. Leinster come back to the short side. They do have numbers here. With Jamie Osborne against Cassende and Bossoff. Both of them drag him down. McGrath, Frawley, Ruben Morgan-Williams was up and created a little hole, exploited by Culhane. The scream told you what was coming. It was another Morgan Morris penalty.
Great start defensively from the number 8. It just went a little wider that time, Leinster. 2 long passes coming in from Charlie Tector. And trying to get Osborne down this touchline. He's a big man, the fullback from Naas, Jamie Osborne, but Ospreys defence seems pretty switched on. We talked a lot about the Benetton game, the attacking play of Mark Jones's men, but defensively that night they were sound. Morgan Morris epitomising that. So McGrath, the scrum half, has a little dart, so they're short of a 9. But he sees his opportunity as he's rolled forward, and Morris was on him like a clamp.
Big evening for Ethan Lewis, especially darts time, and he goes to the back. Finds Morgan Morris.
Don't change the mind too.
Lewis is into action, and Harry Deves just gives one to Jack Boyle. And Boyle and Deves may have some afters here, but we'll play on. We'll keep an eye on them for you. Jack Walsh nudges it through. Giles gives chase. And they're still scuffling off the ball with Justin Tipuric. And half the players are involved with the rugby. Another dozen, half a dozen or so, are still scrapping. You saw that coming, didn't you?
You saw it coming, because Harry Deves was smashing into Jack Boyle at that maul. And yeah, just having a word with each other. The system will have something to say about that. Adam Jones on this side.
Well, he got hit early, didn't he? What's Adam Jones going to say?
Okay.
6, 1, and 8.
Okay. Captain. Captain. 7. Captain. Captain. Captain number 9. Captain.
We'll have a look at what happened in a second, but let's listen to the referee.
We are in the beginning of the match. We don't need this, okay?
Yeah.
Speak with your players. Pay attention to this situation. Thank you.
There comes Harry Deves. Ribs exposed, I think, from young Boyle, the loose head. He's got to be careful he doesn't enter the wrong side of that maul. Look at this. He's taking his presence felt.
No.
You can see when he took that early shot, he was like, I'm not having any of this yet. Just needs to be careful. Well, weighted kick. And Osborne has to just club it on the ball and secure possession. Ospreys are making a nuisance of themselves. Especially Justin Tipuric. Can't miss him really with a blue skull cap.
I think they've got to, you know, this is a talented Leinster side. Look, they're prepared to attack. That's just gone a little awry.
Good take, O'Brien. Let's try first. Again, line speed from Tipuric. They're certainly targeting that area, aren't they?
They've done well. I mentioned some young players. They're talented, yes, but you get them rattled. You never know. There you go.
It's a neck roll against James Culhane. And Owen Williams goes straight to the corner here.
There's a different urgency about this Ospreys team. You know, we saw it against Benetton. That was really my first opportunity to see him up close since Toby Booth had left. But Mark Jones has galvanised this team. They're determined. They're nuisance value. They're not in awe of a Leinster side. Even though short of internationals, it doesn't matter. They get stuck in. And it's good to see.
Ospreys, their first attack. Leinster competes. Brave by Leinster, but it's paid off for them. Boyle into Ethan Lewis. This is just about working the exit. It'll be take 2 for the Ospreys, but 15 metres further back.
Lovely kick from McGrath over his left shoulder against the grain to make touch. But you know, talk about well-coached team. There's a coach that is doing well. Simon Easterby, the interim acting head coach of Ireland.
Oh. His brother, Guy Easterby, team manager, involved with the Leinster coaching setup, keeping him company.
Yeah, head of operations, I think, is Guy is, so Easterby's heavily involved. A Welshman in their midst as well, Gavin Cooper, former Cardiff Blues and Cardiff RFC team manager. He's with Leinster on the sideline.
Jack Walsh, 50 appearances. Doesn't want to really get caught in traffic there. And that's an effective clearing kick by Leinster, because they've just shifted the point of play from outside 122 to the other. Garen Phillips.
Okay, grab it.
A lot of shadow punching in the opening 10 minutes of this game.
Access!
Big impact from Boyle. He looks a handy player. The Lucette, been released by Ireland. Another crossfield up and under. That's quite clever to Brian. The ball beat everybody, and it's out on the full. Kieran Frawley's tried a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Hasn't quite found his range yet.
No, and that was a horrible kick for any winger, attack or defence. It's one of those snowflake kicks that just sort of goes on in the air. No end over end or spiral on it. Sort of in between. And Frawley, what a talent he is. Plays 10, 12, 15. Invaluable this time of year. The Ospreys are doing well. You mentioned there about the exit gap. There's Leo Cullen and his coaching team. They're so well coached, Leinster, and a lot of people miss this. It's the nuts and bolts. It's getting out your own territory. It's stealing that line out 5 metres out where they're well prepped and well coached on the Ospreys line out.
He's got 5 players who's been released from the Ireland squad to look at. The irony being this weekend is that the interim Ireland coach is in Wales, and the interim Wales coach will be in Ireland on SPC tomorrow with Cardiff against Connacht. Matt Sherratt, Sean.
You know, jockey as he's known as in the coaching fraternity, is a likeable fella, but he's a good coach more importantly. Never envisaged him being the head coach of Wales, but shows how far he's come and he's highly respected. So we wish him all the very best.
Leinster do not compete this time. Get the impression that James Fender wanted to offload that quickly to the potential front peel. Kasende. Good strength by him, because he ran into a few beefy Leinster forwards. James Ratty, he's always a willing participant when it comes to the physicality. Tiprick, nowhere to go this time. Kieran Williams. And Ospreys, 4 phases have gone negatively in terms of metres made, and they lose possession.
Yeah, we praise the Ospreys to the hilt, didn't we, for their performance against Benetton. This is a big test for them tonight. Leinster, the best defensive record. The defensive system is fantastic. They come off the line. Look at the low chop tackle that brings in Culhane. Watch out for him. It's just another number 8 off the Island conveyor belt. You know, we got something like Gavin Coombs at Munster, can't get in the Island setup, and now Culhane's coming through.
Mistouch though. This could not be easy to deal with. And here's that man again, Harry Deeves.
Did well, didn't he?
Use!
Danica Kasende will be grateful. Garen Phillips with the carry. Just swerved his body to miss the first tackler.
Stay back.
Now Ospreys need to just load up the numbers at breakdown time. Kieran Frawley has time. He's got Osborne. Here is Osborne. He's isolated. The Leinster keep possession. Culhane.
Stay wide. 9.
Teched up.
Okay.
Goes skywards.
Back.
And it's into the hands of Leinster. And here is Hugh Cooney.
Go back.
This is the first real opportunity for the visitors. Tiprick up quickly again. Recycled possession. Frawley through the back to Osborne. Goes past one defender, then slings it out to O'Brien. O'Brien has Deegan inside. Deegan, one more pass to McCarthy. That is so slick. So slick by Leinster. Boos around the Swansea.com. Supporters claim the forward pass. Leinster, however, claim the opening score.
Well, it's typical Leinster, lovely little sleight of hand. It all came from Cooney's kick. Osborne slipped. Keenan Williams' line speed. Jimmy O'Brien, look at the presence to step in and offload. Deegan with a one-handed left hand, and like all good nines, McGrath's there. It's a lovely little play. Little step inside from Osborne. Fizz the long pass. And O'Brien is always looking at the cover coming across. Sublime from Deegan. It's a great Leinster try. And it all came from a crossfield kick.
And it's Luke McGrath. The supporters are still unhappy. Kieran Foley will attempt the conversion here. Luke McGrath with the try. And that's... does not sneak over.
Yeah, good play to have Luke McGrath. 9, so experienced, orchestrates play. You don't really notice him, you know, but he's one of those experienced guys that makes Leinster tick.
TMO, referee, are happy. No knock on, and we shall restart. Luke McGrath with a try.
Outside.
Good hands again. Tector to O'Brien. Leinster found their mojo all of a sudden. Here is O'Brien again. Slimani gets it away. Harry Deeb says thank you very much.
Stay back, no.
Owen Williams has to scramble. 50-22 is on. What
A kick that is.
That's some kick.
You just give Leinster a sniff, they give them a try, all of a sudden they're on top. What a kick this is. Back in the pocket, it's that man Osborne. Just notices Owen Williams, he's too far infield, but he still has to make good connection to make it land to get the 50-22. And that's the added value of a player like him. So many utility, versatile players.
Ruben Morgan Williams receiving some treatment. Cannot overstate how big a man Jamie Osborne is for a fullback. He's tall, he's also these tree trunk legs as well. So
yeah, if they build him like that in Nice, then you don't want to be going there.
Loads of rugby on, of course. Munster Scarlets, a tough trip tomorrow for the Peel's players. That's on S4C. And Sherratt in Galway. That game has all of a sudden got added interest. That's 7:30 on S4C as well. And on Sunday, Dragons and home to Glasgow. Gus McCarthy. Deegan. Leinster have wind in their sails.
First up, stay behind, stay behind.
McGrath tells his forwards to peel away.
Stay.
Jack Boyle with a carry. That's knocked on.
Hey,
But Ospreys are
offside, never
offside,
offside.
and it's Morgan Morris.
Never back on side.
This will be an interesting decision. It's a big debate here. They're away from home, young team. Yeah, I thought as much. They'll take 3 here. A little bit of respect there for Mark Jones's team. Just take them 2 scores. It's been a decent start from the Ospreys. They haven't looked like scoring yet, but they've certainly matched Leinster. Just, yeah, Harry D's never recovered on an onside position.
He had some year last year to Kieran Foley. Winning drop goal against South Africa. And now he's stretched Leinster's lead to 8.
He doesn't look that comfortable, ironically. He was limping a little bit. You can see a grimace on his face, but Mark Jones, Richard Kelly there. You see Richard Fussell writing in his little diary that he'll be a little disappointed that they've gone 2 scores down, but quite happy with the attitude and the start of their players. But they have to get on the board now. You can't compound errors and let Leinster get 2-3 scores ahead.
Stay. Stay. Okay.
Again, they go for this kind of crossfield tester. Owen Williams, that was just a little bit overcooked.
Stay back.
There's some variation to Leinster's kicking game this evening. They're not just doing kick to compete off 9, crossfield kicks, some are going high, some are keeping its length.
The thing is, Gar, you can afford to do that when you've got McGrath at 9, Frawley at 10 can both kick, Tector and Cooney can both kick, and Jamie Osborne at 15. Plenty of options.
And that makes it presumably really difficult for the back 3 shot.
Especially Jack Walsh making his 50th cap today. You can see now a pressure coming in, single ball carriers, no support. And Leinster are all over you. Yeah, for the backfield, particularly for Owen Williams and Jack Walsh, you play that sort of 2 centre halves you like on 15. It's very difficult a position for that pendulum to function.
If you have some soft. It's Origin rounds today. Club socks. What are those, Sean?
Ystrad Gunlice. Ystrad Gunlice. It's a far cry from Nice, and a little bit colder in Ystrad than it is in Nice, but that apparently where Owen Williams is heading.
Let's reveal black and white socks. They are Ethan Lewis. Zebra colours.
Treorchy, is he?
Treorchy, yeah. Blue and black. Got to be just a tip prick, isn't it? There we go. Trebanos. So to those of you watching in South Africa on the other side of the world, we are just going through a list of Welsh rugby clubs.
Gavin Phillips looks at Abercunnan, is it?
Abercunnan, yeah. You're on it tonight, Sean.
On it like a bonnet. I gotta be. It's freezing here.
Who would Slimani go for? Would it be Stade Francais or Clermont?
I don't know. Probably be some form of wine.
Well, Robert Slimani is an outstanding scrummaging prop. He's not been playing for France, despite being the Six Nations squad. It's a tough test for Abercunnan's Garen Phillips, and he's squeaking, he's creaking, and his teammates are popped, but the referee will give him another take.
He's done all right there.
Reset.
Yeah, great for him, isn't it, Garen Phillips? This is all about
Here's the mark again.
propping against a 35-year-old French tight head who's been round the block.
I mean, there's to be fair to Slimani, he couldn't play any other position, could he?
No, he does look the ideal shape for a tight head, doesn't he?
9. Start in the middle. Okay.
57 caps for France.
No, it's okay.
He was involved in that epic game in 2017. Scrum after scrum after scrum. There's no doubting his quality, and Garen Phillips' neck will be feeling it now, and Tom Botha has been bent backwards.
Oh, he had a bit of a go then, didn't he, Slimani? Reckon the boys are watching Abercunnan Rugby Club.
They're thinking, rather you than me, Garen.
Tom Botha looked like he had a bit of an out in there as well.
Tom Botha looks like a deck chair.
Look at that. Oh. Who would be a front rower, eh?
In fact, he got back up as well.
Thinks they've got to do it all again now, Gar.
He's one of the unsung heroes, I think, of the last 5 years for the Ospreys.
Yeah, Toby Booth was a big fan, wasn't he? And he's a bit of a rock. Set piece was good. Been good year for the last couple of years. Got a bit of a test tonight.
Jack Boyle, Gus McCarthy, and Slimani. And Morgan Morris has to take. Too late, and we knew what was coming.
I think if you feel that pressure and show those pictures to the referee.
Lauren.
Thanks, Gareth. A bit of frustration watching on here, Duncan. What's needed to relieve a bit of this pressure we've seen in the last few minutes?
I think, lots in our control, probably just accuracy in a few things. I think seen real good competitive fight amongst the boys, but when you play the top teams, you need accuracy to go with it. So a little bit of accuracy around ourselves, we can apply more pressure on that.
Yeah, and look, with Deeves and Tipperick in the same back row, we've seen Morris already win 2 turnovers. An opportunity to make that break down a real contest out there today?
Yeah, I think we've won some good turnovers, we've got some field position, but as you said, probably our accuracy in those areas have let us down. In fairness, they had the one opportunity and took it, and that's the level we're at. So yeah, the boys know what they've got to do now, so we'll keep that fight going now and some accuracy with it, and I think we can get some real good ins into the game.
Thanks, Duncan.
Thank you.
No, 6!
Good listening from Harry Deeves. The referee told him, and he went back. Leinster just at the point of contact, they just made the extra half a metre, Sean. And that spelled turnover. Could be on here for Ospreys. Bossop to Kieran Williams. Cassende. Not much room to play with. Oh, just found a gap as well. And Ospreys might have used their advantage. They have. Ethan Lewis. Oh, that's going to hurt in the morning. Ethan Lewis just smashed into Brian Deeney.
Brian Deeney put a big hit. I don't know if he was a full wrap with the arms there.
Osborne. We've flagged him already. He is some talent. Frawley. That's forward.
That was right in line with us, but the crowd told you everything. He doesn't agree. That was forward. But nice play from the Ospreys. Got to the edge. Cassende put the kick up. That it looks flat, but you've got the officials there. We were in line. We called it. Here comes the hit on Ethan Lewis. Now then. Oh yeah, he did wrap with his left shoulder. Deeney from out to in. Purchased his left shoulder. Bang, have that, Ethan Lewis.
Yeah, this is the mark. Let's go, guys.
Late call for him. Sam Parry, released by Wales, would have been prepping for this game. He's had to pull out. Ethan Lewis has been around. Cardiff, Saracens. Always a reliable deputy. This is a big ask for him, though.
Crouch!
Channel 1 needed here, Sean. To use an old rugby parlance.
Yeah, they need all the weight coming from the back 5 as well. Look, Tipperick staying down. Morris giving something, but he wants to get that away. And
Morris does get it away. Kieran Williams, dummy runner. Keelan Giles. White shirts waiting for him. Now they go back down the blind side to Harry Deeves. Boyle just makes a nuisance of himself. There's Tipperick to Ratty.
Knock on.
Well, you heard the boys, Alex and James, talking pre-match about the short sides. That's a classic example. So 11 play, you go one way off the scrum, the 8-9, bringing Keelan Giles in, straight back down the short side, but Leinster are quickly up from the scrum, protecting the short side. They're smart. A lot of analysis done these days.
Luke McGrath. 224 appearances for Leinster. He's really underappreciated and undervalued.
Yeah, you ask the average URC fan, name your top 10 Leinster players, and they wouldn't rattle off Luke McGrath, but 220 appearances, Island caps, championships, tells you a lot. Captain tonight, he's instrumental.
13 years ago, made his debut against the Dragons. And he's just a little metronome, isn't he? Keeps ticking over.
Again, 32-year-old, 13 years, a long time for a professional rugby player. He made his debut at 19. Leinster get players in young. Yes, they've got a great system, school system, academy system, but they get them in young. We see them for a long time, don't we, these young players? We talk about Osborne now. Well, he's been around 3 years now.
Find your space before. Don't stand up, okay? No, yeah, but stay down. Your space was good.
5 caps to the same man's name.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Referee's having some issues at scrum time. He's going to have to make a call at some point.
No. Come here. Come here. Come here. You need to find the stability and your space, okay? We can do reset all the time, okay? Find a position. Both of you.
What would you like to see from the referee here, Sean?
I'm a big advocate of, get on with the game. I want to stop the clock and these sort of things, which they've done now. But if it persists, yellow card him. Get somebody else on who'll show you better pictures. And do it quickly.
At this point in time, it's just up, down,
Crouch.
up, down.
Bind.
I think half the problem, guys, you don't know who the culprit is.
Advantage.
The clear picture is that Leinster the dominant side. So he needs to be looking at a black shirt, probably. Tom Botha was doing all he could to wrestle Jack Boyle there. We can see why Boyle is part of the island setup. He's giving that guy who's been around a long time a bit of a tough time.
Well, Ethan Lewis was incredulous with the decision, but there were no complaints from Tom Botha.
No, I don't think he had the energy to complain, but this looks like a prospect, Boyle. Just watch what Botha tries to do. In, out, roll, back foot. And then it looks like they're spinning around the outside, but...
Ethan Lewis's eyes. He cannot believe it. What? Well, that didn't work.
No 5 meters, it's a free kick.
We're seeing a lot of lineouts thrown to the front now, little funnies, and that's because a quick throw to the front, the opposition side won't compete. They haven't got time to compete, and therefore you can throw it not straight under the new law.
Owen Williams has gone for broke. And that's a heck of a shot.
Well, it's what the Ospreys needed. It's what the game needed, wasn't it? Just to pick up. It's got a bit scrappy. Owen Williams said, give me the ball, rifles it downfield.
How many?
122 to the other, just like that. Ospreys will want to put pressure on this line-out. Leinster get possession. Frawley.
Release now!
Looks handy, doesn't it? James Culhane. Again, supporters are not happy. It's an awkward one for Jack Walsh to deal with. He's spiralling in the air. Really difficult to judge. But Ospreys have possession. Ratty. Leinster are in one long strip here, and they've got 2 players back defensively. Not much for the Ospreys to play with. Front line or back line, even a little chip is mostly covered, but Owen Williams thinks he spotted a gap. Indeed, he has spotted a gap. I don't think it's 50-22, because he took it in, didn't he, to his own half?
It is a 50-22, and inch perfect, says Adam Jones. They might look at it.
Pretty.
Black off. Number 9 off.
Ruben Morgan Williams is not right, so he's off. Yeah, he's not right. Yeah, which is not right. Well, that was a 50-22 given. I thought the Ospreys had taken it in, but we will play on. Rare foray into Leinster's 22 for the Ospreys. Kieran Hardy on the field for Ruben Morgan Williams. Kieran Williams with the carry.
Release. Okay. Knock on.
Another knock on.
Knock on. No worries.
Apologies for the language.
Yeah, not getting any change, are they? The Ospreys, first real soiree into Leinster's 22, and
Here's the mark.
Keenan Williams tried to force his way through Deves. Well, tried a second effort. He's trying a little bit too hard, Harry Deves, tonight. Just got to let it come naturally. He's an abrasive player, he's a good player. Don't force it.
Goes to the outside.
Trying to prove himself. He's got his chance. That's against Leinster. They're savvy. They're savvy in defence.
Space.
That's 2 lineouts in Leinster's 22 that have gone awry, really, now. One from source, and then a couple of phases later, Ospreys don't take advantage, but they're still in it.
That's good. Space good. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Well, if you're Leinster, you just knock the ball on.
He just wants to get out of there now, the ref. He just wants to give those decisions.
Give me a better picture, okay? He needs to give me a better picture on this side. Him, okay?
Yeah, talk about pictures, that's what refs, that's the vernacular they use. Give me a better picture. Nice straight square, bind clear, and anything like that now. He just wants to get on with the game, the ref. And Leinster in the ascendancy.
It's a lonely place if you're a prop under scrutiny from the referee.
Yeah, he's binding on the arm there of Boyle and dragging it down.
Outside. Go back.
That was all rather untidy.
I think it was a good disrupt in the air. So either Tipuric or Fender or both. Yeah, he just touches the ball, doesn't play the arm. Oh, Leinster are complaining. Let's have a look. He's got away with it a bit.
That's the arm. It's not the arm, it's the hand. And Leinster are right to feel aggrieved.
No straight. Competition, no straight.
Now that's the new law that's in play. Hookers are allowed to be a little crooked unless opposition compete.
So that's not straight, but it is compete in that zone from Max Deegan. Therefore, it is in old money and not straight. Had Leinster not competed in that area there where Ethan Lewis threw and it was crooked, they would have played on.
It's the new law saying that you just cannot. You can throw it slightly wary unless someone competes. Yeah.
Yeah, so it either is a legitimate not straight by the hooker or they're hedging their bets so they won't compete, but that's not straight. And because Deegan competes, it becomes a not straight.
This time we get a completed scrum. Out it comes to O'Brien. Not the most sympathetic of passes. Jimmy O'Brien comes back into midfield. Frawley.
Release now. No.
Leinster, 2 phases, get nowhere, bang it away.
Stay 9. Okay, go.
Kieran Giles. Fraction of a second when the ball landed in his lap to just move his feet a little bit.
As you say, any slowish ball in the middle third, Frawley's just happy to pump it just outside the 22.
Deves, turnover ball for the Ospreys. Now, transition ball is always the most tempting to attack with ball. Here's Harry Deves still going, but he's isolated.
That's a good decision. Clear penalty. Boyle was never onside. He allowed him to compete. It was only a matter of time. But he blew up. Good carry, double carry from Deves. Good kick and chase. Kieran Hardy and Keelan Giles. And the Ospreys are really combative. They're staying in there. Let's watch this now. Deves sort of gets up. He's not held. And watch Boyle now. Never really onside. Never gets right round last feet.
How many? 6.
8 tackles, 7 carries. Industrious.
Yeah, he's busy. He's really trying hard for his team.
Here is Morgan Morris. Back peel. Line at roll. Free shot for the Ospreys. They waste it. They could take 3 points here.
Clever play from Tom Botha here. He might be having trouble in the scrum. It's a little bit of a subtle play from the tight head. It's a lovely little play from the liner from the Ospreys. Drop down to Morgan Morris. Watch Botha follow in here. The 2 tacklers are there. There's Botha. Look, he doesn't allow them up. See how he's just sitting on them? And it looks like they haven't rolled away. Penalty.
First swing at Leinster's defence, and the rolling maul is powering and is over, and it's Harry Deeves. The yellow skull cap has been in the thick of things for the opening 35 minutes, and it's his body that was on top of the ball to claim the try, and the Ospreys are right back in this one.
Well, I said he's trying a little bit too hard, but there's no other player that deserves it more than Harry Deeves. He's the +1 in the lineup that goes on the ball from the great take. He stays in there. Gareth Phillips does the job up front. He does well to get it down. He deserves it. He's really combative. He's really trying hard for his team. He's all action. He stays on his feet. Phillips helps with Tipuric. Good try from the Ospreys. Great response. They're right in this now.
Bulked up, isn't he, Harry Deeves? Not the tallest. That's some neck and all power, isn't he? Meanwhile, something a little bit more graceful. Delivered by Owen Williams. 1 point.
Very timely try and conversion. Good kick, Owen Williams. Yeah, he is a sizable fella. Lovely from Tipuric. He turns in the air on the way down. Feeds to his +1 Harry Deeves. All the other forwards have a good height. Gareth Phillips does really well for me, and Deeves' finish is great.
Bit of cargo net scrambling on the floor from Justin Tipuric there. But he's bought his team a little bit of time, and now they can clear to Kieran Hardy.
Croc roll. Black, croc roll. Which number? Croc roll.
You hear the call.
Croc roll.
Neck roll was given early in the game. This is a croc roll. And this is another aspect of the game that the referees are trying to stamp out.
Just when you get back into the game, you can't keep him out of the game at the moment, can you, Harry Deeves?
Leinster just conceded.
Release, Black!
Not for the first time over the last
Stay
week
back,
or so.
stay
The
back.
front peel does not work.
No, you go there.
Leinster patient.
Release, Black!
Just
Stay
using the
back.
forwards to just pile drive their way. Slim money. That's close. 2 meters perhaps. Good angle, good strength, good finish. And it's Tector. Crashes over, and he had the momentum to take it over the line.
It's a clever finish. Just watch now how the forwards look they're going to get it from McGrath, but he passes across them, and there comes Tector. He's out of vision of the first 2 or 3 defenders. Blindsided, if you like. Look at all Harry Deeves, Owen Williams, looking for the forwards, Penny and co, but it goes across onto Tector, who just out of shot. And he's got a little bit then of a weak shoulder to score. It's a good finish from the centre. Just goes to show that you cannot give easy penalties, yardage to Leinster. Duncan Jones said it on the try line with his interview with Lauren.
Well, side for Leinster, Ospreys 7, Leinster 15.
It's a cheeky short one.
Okay,
and Tipuric gets it to Kasende. Leinster just napping a little bit. Kasende gets an extra metre. Can the Ospreys strike? Right at the death the first half. Williams beats the line speed. Lovely hands by the Ospreys. Here's Keelan Giles. Slim Money's on the ball, and he's going to get the penalty. Surely. No. Well, he was there. Slick hands by the Ospreys.
Really good. The line speed on that short side was immense from Leinster, but lovely hands. Kieran Williams, Jack Walsh. And I thought Keelan Judge might just have got away. And the kick is probably a little too difficult to take the 3 points. Watch this. Line speed coming off. Look, bang, bang. Lovely hands there. Walsh had to do a take and give, and then Keelan was just away. Good cover coming in from McGrath and Slimani. Real good cover defence. You can see how organised they are, but that they didn't let him play the ball. And there's a chance again.
The Ospreys looking to strike at the end of the first half.
Stay behind, don't change.
Pretty nondescript, the opening 35 minutes of this one. And the final 5 of the opening half, we've had tries and even more tries. And Ospreys want the second driving maul try, but it's all rather untidy. And Leinster might well have turned this into a maul. The ball does get to the ground, but too late. And the referee brings the half to an end. And that's it. 3 tries in the opening first half.
The ball was there to be played. Spoke to the coaches on the way down. They were furious, but there we are. It's over now.
On the field, well, one record has to go. Leinster's perfect seasonal results record, or that for Ospreys in the tenure of Mark Jones. 1 draw, the rest victories since Jones took over from Toby Booth. This man played his 50th game for the Ospreys. Jack Walsh, into Gus McCarthy, Ethan Lewis, Harry Deeves, Owen Williams. Giles delays the pass to Kieran Williams. Good clear out work by the Ospreys. Kieran Hardy on for Ruben Morgan-Williams. There's Ethan Lewis.
No!
James Ratty, and now the momentum's been lost here, Sean.
Yeah, it's time to kick now. Owen Williams wasn't in position to kick, and that's the difference in the two sides for me. The boys talked about the kick in half time.
Ball is here.
Jack Walsh needs to step up and play a second kick. There's too much football in this middle third, and Leinster lapping it up like a defensive training session.
Use
Responsibility
stay back.
assumed by Kieran Hardy. What's the chase like? Is it going to be Keelan Giles who goes? Nice footwork from Foley.
Retreat. Okay, go.
Ball allowed to bounce. Owen Williams looks up.
Keep going. Thank you.
Finds grass, and that's a decent response from him. Osborne. There's a little gap behind here. Williams backs himself to counter-attack in between 2 props. Ospreys all rather clustered here, so they haven't really got width to go to or any edge either. Same this time. Kieran Williams was always going to go one way. Boss off. Got Cassende outside him, but numbers are fine up there for the Ospreys and Leinster competing.
Owen Williams needs to grab this now. Jack Walsh is nowhere to be seen really. He's a second receiver. They continue to want to play, attacking. You know, fair play, give them credit, but they're not going to go anywhere against this Leicester team.
Use 9. No.
This time it's Cassende who does what Keelan Giles did earlier. Good take by O'Brien.
Release!
James Ratty told to release him. Saw this in the opening exchanges of the first half. Just 2 teams happy without possession.
Good.
Osborne.
Ball is here.
McCarthy first receiver. Frawley, Tector, Cooney. Osprey just a little bit slow on the chase there.
Yeah, Dees had a chance to go up and spot that, didn't he? It's good pressure though.
Retreat! Retreat, Black!
Who blinks first here then? Oh. And that is the advantage of not having possession.
Yeah, and you know, a good kick from Jack Walsh in that piece. He feigned and went down the left-hand side. Osborne was beautifully tackled by Boshoff. And a bit of pressure from the centre there forced Kieran Frost. Oh, it's Osborne actually into the area.
Owen Williams, yeah, he seemed hesitant there, and perhaps we've got the reason why, because he's going off for an HIA.
Well, I mean that I would imagine Jack Walsh, Iestyn Hopkins changed. Yeah, it is. So yeah, comes Iestyn Hopkins. That would mean that Jack Walsh will push to 10, Hopkins to 15.
Just shy of 3,500 here at the Swansea.com this evening.
Just need to hold their own here, the Ospreys. Jack Walsh has positioned himself directly behind the scrum. Iestyn Hopkins behind him.
Here, this one. No, this one. Too many much here. Here's the one.
There you go. Look at Hopkins. He's quite deep on Walsh, so something's coming up here. Boshoff on that right side with Kasende. So it's a split. Now, problems here then for Luke McGrath. See McGrath wearing 9 there for... Look at him looking one side. He may rock back behind the scrum to the other side, but he plays a crucial role in joining the Leinster defence on the inside.
Free kick taken by Kieran Hardy. Whatever set piece move they had, can't go with it. Backwards, Keelan Giles. Ospreys not quite going through the gears here. All a little bit staccato. Jack Walsh. Both
not rolling away.
I'll be surprised if Mark Jones signals for the post here. Points are at a premium. Just get to within a score. Stay in the game. Walsh hasn't had a kick at the sticks yet, mate. Yeah, that's bold, but I would have gone for the post myself.
Five subs, number 5.
handy replacement to come on with 46 minutes played. Double Rugby Cup World Cup winner, Echid Snyman.
I was watching him from the sideline. He's massive. He's just massive.
He is a big human being. His first job is to stop this driving maul. And Leinster forwards have done pretty well. And this is drifting. Kieran Hardy knows there's an advantage here. Walsh, Iestyn Hopkins. Does he back himself? He does. Good tackle, O'Brien. Back we come again.
4 collapsing.
Brilliant tackle by Jimmy O'Brien, and how quickly Leinster over the ball, but penalty advantage, worth a crack. Well, they've got to stay true to themselves now. Go for the corner again. Tipurick's waiting.
Come on, lads, let's go.
Gap is good.
Leinster shipping penalties. Will they ship a second try? It's the Ospreys' most potent weapon so far in this game. They turn to the driving maul, and Ethan Lewis is at the back, supported by Kieran Hardy. And another set-piece move results in a try for the home team.
I'll give them some credit. They backed themselves, went to the corner, got the penalty advantage. That softens the defence a little bit because the referee's got their eye on them. Great little setup here. Harry Dees is the first one that gets on the ball and gives it the thrust. Look how tight they are. And then it comes back to Ethan Lewis. Gareth Phillips, for me, does another good job just in front of him. Just works at the last minute to move Tommy O'Brien. What was he doing in there, 14, as he joins? Kieran Hardy adds a little bit of his 12.5 stone. And that's another good try from the Ospreys. They're not going away, are they? For all Leinster's good kicking game and defence, the Ospreys are sticking in there.
Jack Walsh feels this is quite an important game, which he's missed. So there's still a penalty between the two teams. It's Ethan Lewis's try.
Yeah, and a good try. There's Rich Kelly. Let's credit him as well, the forwards coach. Good setup. And I think it's something like 5 of the last 6 penalties have come from Leinster. Pressure's on them.
Ospreys 12, Leinster 15.
Leinster responded immediately. Last try the Ospreys scored, and they pushed them back to the corner again, and that's horrible for Justin Hopkins to deal with. And eventually just lets it trickle over the touchline.
They can all kick in the Leinster backs. Jimmy O'Brien, left peg. He'll get to the edge here and puts his left pegs. An awkward run, as you say, for Hopkins, who's quite central. Just has to watch it dribble in. You notice, you know, when the Ospreys do score, the next set is usually down in their 22, and that's the way these top teams function.
Stay back, stay back. Use! Access!
Gloves are on in the commentary box. It's just dropped a couple of degrees. It's cold here at the Swansea.com. Maybe that's why it's difficult to catch the ball. Those tips of the fingers are freezing a little bit. Leinster, Osborne. Straight run in from Tector. Frawley.
Stay! Ball is here, stay there.
Snyman with a carry. 2 men drag him down. Ospreys seem settled defensively. Frawley. Deegan out on the edge. And Leinster stretch all the way across the field, Scott. Sean?
Yeah, Sean Penny's crying for it on this near side touchline. Yes, Tim Hopkins has been attracted up. There's space here.
Osborne. Kieran Williams.
I think he'll find he's off his feet here. It's a risky intervention from the centre.
As soon as you hit the ground on your knee, you just cannot touch it, can you?
No, let's watch him. He makes the tackle. Oh, and he had a couple of grabs at it, but in the end, it doesn't look great either, does it?
Okay,
Crawley might go for sticks here.
Kick.
What do I know? Well, they're trying to drive it home here. Only 3 points in it. They feel that a try will get them to that 2-score buffer again. He could have got that further down towards the flag. If he's honest.
Here?
Well, this man is not used to losing.
No, give him his credit. You know,
Okay.
we've had in the past people like
Time out.
Lancaster there. Of course, Robin McBride. But
Stay
Leo
ten,
Cullen
stay
is the
ten.
mainstay, he's the leader.
Snyman tall and steady. Leinster so efficient. This time it's been repelled. McGrath, Tector, Frawley, scramble defence by the Ospreys. They're all chasing crossfield. O'Brien. Cassende did well to get there in the end. Big collision.
No! Ball is here.
Boyle straight on Hardy, and Hardy stayed down. His teammates now have to focus on stopping
Stay
Leinster.
back. Stay.
2 scores, 2 tries apiece.
Again, Max Deegan and Scott Penny are across here.
Here is Deegan. Oh, well, he had a bit of time then, just got his lining all wrong.
Yeah, one bounce for 4 over the boundary, wasn't it? He timed that all wrong. But he was hanging around. But what about a carry here from Jack Boyle? He's been impressive. Young Lucette, 22 years old, Ireland under 20s in the Irish squad. I think he's going off. His job is done.
Paddy McCarthy, Finton Gunn,
James Ratty's been replaced, and Jack Boyle is off.
Easy good.
Yeah, not a bad shift, 53 minutes. You can see why they like him.
All round, wasn't it? You know, defensively, ball carrying, and obviously scrum.
9 and 12, Jack Boyle, Luke McGrath and Charlie Textor.
Side of 5.
Interesting that Ross Byrne is on.
Yeah, Frawley go to full-back probably. It's a real shuffle. It looks like Osborne's gone up to the front. I think Textor's the man that's gone off, so
Open the gap.
a full shuffle in the back line. Ross Byrne to 10, Osborne to 12, and then Frawley to 15. That shows you how versatile they are.
Yeah, really interesting, and they've got a new scrum half on as well in Finton Gunn. All very interchangeable. And once again, Tipperick almost involved, but Snyman, ball in one hand. When your hands are that big, it's not that difficult, I'd argue. Paddy McCarthy with a carry.
No.
Snyman again, 2 nice touches by him. Frawley, Hopkins spills it. Ospreys have possession, but they are under the pump here at the Swansea.com. Some hits going in that you can hear from the stand.
Use.
He's a big man with big hands. He switches between them, left to right.
Number 3.
That's so undeserved.
That's ridiculous. He's playing basketball, isn't he?
Tom Bothers. 55 minutes are over. Ben Warren, he's on with the Wales squad actually.
You lost the ball.
He's turned over. Morgan Morris is his 3rd of this game.
Stay. No. Go back. You need to go back.
No shape here though with the Ospreys, and there's no option for Jack
Oh, you
Wallace.
go.
He's got barely got anyone to chase here. But this is an opportunity for Osborne. Slightly forward from McCarthy as well. And Ospreys get away with that one.
Yeah, you just fear for the Ospreys every time the kick is deep and Frawley or Osborne get it, but you know they've marshalled them quite well. Another forward pass, Adam Jones, assistant referee, calls it on that far side. See Osborne, he just juggled with it and then he came forward. This is the pass from Hooker McCarthy, clearly forward.
Here is the mark. Okay, let's go, guys.
All action.
Mark is here.
Harry Deeves.
Okay, Ospreys.
12 tackles, 9 carries, 3 scuffles as well, Sean.
and a try.
Come on, he says.
I mean, he's loving it. Look at him, he's smiling. Look at Tipperick smiling. He's getting stuck in. There's a bit of banter out there. I like him. Ironic, he played over the RDS, and I gave him a mention in a 50-point beat-in a couple of seasons ago. I think it was his debut, the yellow hat. But he's matured a little bit. He's reveling in it, you know.
Those socks are Ponte clean, though you wouldn't know because they're right down by the bottom of his ankle.
Set.
But he's going backwards, as are his teammates. Kasende, that's nice by him. Build his team out there.
He's done all right, Kasende, isn't he? And his bits that he's had to do.
Owen Williams has failed in HIA, so that changes permanently.
Play.
Well, Snyman's turned it over. Swansea.com unhappy with that call. Nice angle. Cooney out wide to O'Brien. O'Brien against Giles. Giles just uses his body as a blanket and brings him down. Byrne. Snyman again. This time it's forward.
Lovely slip pass from Osborne, wasn't it? And he's come up to the front line now to 12, and Cooney took the line off him, came short, and Osborne was so aware. Let's have a little look at this. This is the mistake. They're not attached there. Osborne isn't close enough to RG Snyman. He's drifted away from him. Therefore, Snyman expects him to be there.
Clear mark.
Osprey supporters may have hoped to have seen Snyman and Jody Barrett here this evening.
Here is the mark.
Barrett's been left at home, but this man is here.
Yeah, here's the turnover. Now,
he's not on his feet.
Arguably, he's off his feet there. A little right smile because he's just seen the screen.
Crouch!
And it's not difficult to see when that man is off his feet.
Bind!
That was worse than the Keenan Williams one earlier.
Set! Stay up.
So that's a squeeze. And Morgan Morris, one-handed, gets it away. And Ospreys are shoveling it up from one set of hands to the other.
Stop.
Morgan Morris.
Stay.
It's all very laborious here from the perspective of Mark Jones's men. That one's got snow on it, it's gone so high.
Back.
And it's into the hands of Justin Tipperick.
Advantage. Not rolling 14.
And the Ospreys have survived a tricky 5-minute spell and now can enter Leinster's half.
And that's so important. It might not be a great spectacle. Osprey fans might be thinking, oh, you know, we're not playing that well. Right now, it's about the scoreboard for me. This is a tough side they're playing against, who've got lots of talent, right, and know how to win. Them lost this season, but the Ospreys are only 3 points adrift. They just got to stick in there now for as long as they can. Take it to the last 10 minutes. Anything can happen. A penalty, they get field position, a line break.
They go short, and Deves and Morgan Morris are in midfield. This is Morgan Morris. Time and time again, the Ospreys turn to him. A switch of direction. Tipperick, a little selected pass by him, just the softest of touches. Kieran Williams. Ospreys coming to life. Iestyn Hopkins. They're breaking tackles. Rare attack, but it's working. Fender. How efficient are Mark Jones's players? There's your answer. And it's all very messy, and it's into the hands of Harry Deves. Little chip kick by him.
Well,
taken quickly, we're playing on. All of a sudden, this game is rather breathless. It's an erratic match, but it's a tough one to call. Here's Iestyn Hopkins. Morgan Morris. He came in from the side, he knows it.
That's tired. It's a tired decision from him. But again, Iestyn Hopkins decided to have a little run there. He saw a little half gap and went for it, and then Morgan Morris panicked. He had to get there. Look, and he knows, crikey. Oh, it's a clear penalty right in front of the referee. And
yeah, you called it, Sean. It's panic, isn't it? Because he's got no choice, really.
But then, you know, young Iestyn Hopkins, if he realises a little ice there, they put his boot to that on the corner. Different outcome.
To the tail they go. Osborne. You feel next score is ever so important in this game. Ospreys have been hanging on. Had a brief opportunity in the... Oh, Hopkins.
It looked like a knock on. Nothing more. I don't think he legitimately tried to get this. He probably felt at one point he had it there.
Yeah, some were saying that's a deliberate knock-on, but as you said, he is trying to catch it, is he?
I think so. I think that's palms up, and he's reacted quite instinctively last minute to it. The two flankers going off now, Deegan and Scott Penny. They're really good players. Or Soroka actually is coming on.
To think that Max Deegan and Scott Penny have 2 caps for Ireland between them.
They're outstanding, you know. That's the hooker actually, McCarthy. They look so like Penny and McCarthy. But I get another hooker off the treadmill, 21-year-old Gus McCarthy. Looked decent, didn't he? Ospreys doing well. Really doing well, sticking in there. Now, defend this set now.
Yeah, he knew it was coming.
You got to think of the weight coming through the second row as well now with Snyman. Deeney, massive men.
To be fair to Simon, he looks big compared to the rest of the rugby players. Imagine him if he's walking on the island Tesco.
He looks big in the South African team.
Well, 3 points on offer, but Snyman watches Leinster go to the corner.
Okay, don't close. Ospreys, don't close the gap.
Again, they haven't really got that far. The 22, it's a poor kick.
It's been mostly Leinster in the second half. That's untidy. Ethan Lewis, eyes on the ball. And if Leinster lose this one, they may rue the fact they didn't take their chances. Bossoff spills it, turned over. Byrne back inside, kept alive. Was that no arms tackle? We'll have a look at it later, but we'll play on for the time being. Keelan Giles is down, so there's 14 defenders on the field for the Ospreys, and Leinster sense there's an opportunity to strike here. Forwards carrying powerfully, 3 or 4 meters. Change of direction. Stopped his gun. Ospreys need to stop them. Snyman gets it away to Slimani. And Slimani gets over. Snyman with a delicate touch drew 2 defenders, and the French international prop may well have scored the crucial try for Leinster.
Well, it might be Slimani, but look how the offload comes from R.G. Snyman. He's shown some sublime touches since he's been on the big man. Look, he rides the 2 tackles and offloads. Immense from the big second row, and Slimani just has to fall over. Watch Snyman, you know, rides the 2 tackles, bang, bang, offloads, and Slimani just has to fall, really. And, the boos ring out in the Swansea.com. Fans are not happy with some of the Italian refs' decisions. It's going to be a tall order now.
Conversion is good. The score is 10 now. The beneficiary from the work of the South African giant.
Yeah, we've seen some amazing offloads for him in the 10 minutes he's been on. Just attracts defenders and then frees his arms, and the confidence and skill to lift it and offload it.
Keelan Giles for a head injury replacement.
Keelan Giles, yeah, took a blow and he's off, and Tom Florence has replaced him.
Use. Bring in. Take it in.
Ospreys.
Stay. Go.
Hopkins allows it a bounce. He'll have a go again. Sunday.
Step back.
Morgan Morris, no way through for him. Hopkins, play from deep, Harry Deeves, boot to ball, 50-22 is on. And he wants the ball taken quickly, does Harry Deeves. Is there anything he can't do?
Yeah, it's a shame he's not on the team that's winning. That'd be easy man of the match for me then, but fair play to him, you know, he's got lots of skill, drops it on his left foot as if he's an inside centre. I think Ben Michaels might give him the 50-22.
I was about to call, what are you doing? What's a flanker doing kicking? It's the classic when you're in the club going, don't kick it, don't kick it. Good kick, good kick, good kick. Try scorer is off the field. Ospreys looking for a third. Williams dummy runner, overrun. Ethan Lewis carries. Jack Walsh knows that's a shot. Well, there's other games being played here this evening in the URC. If ever there was a debate as to whether the worst team in the URC right now with the Dragons or Zebra are on for another away win in the URC, Sean.
Yeah, they so improved. Look at their team earlier, and you know, Chris Cantelli, Matza, you know, DeRay, they've got some good players in there. Lecata at 8. I looked at the teams and I thought, you know what? It won't be easy for Edinburgh tonight. Dare I say, they're going to win. 10 points, still a bit of time to go, but...
Audio, there's loads of audio. Here, courtesy of BBC Sounds, Scrum by Podcast. Super busy during the Six Nations. 20 to 11 on Monday, iPlayer. It's Scrum Pie.
Okay.
Highlights of the weekend, and then the warm-up with Lauren and guests, 7 PM on Thursday. Jonathan Davis, Alex Cuthbert and Tom Shanklin this weekend. And if Tom Shanklin's got anything to say about playing against Ireland.
He's never short of a word, though, Shanks.
His pass to Kevin Morgan.
I'm sure you mentioned it.
20 years ago.
Crouch!
Hasn't changed a bit, Shanks.
Adam Beard. Dan Edwards.
Set!
Back from Wales Cup. 10th point game then.
Use!
Referee wants them to play on. Again, the advantage of having so many kickers is that Yesen Hopkins does not know where to stand. He's covered across and he'll bang it back. Burn.
Retreat!
Floats beautifully through the air. But it's Ospreys' possession and they need to do something now, Sean.
Yeah, you know, I said about hanging in there, one score, getting into the last 10, that, you know, giving that penalty away, Morgan Morris in the field position, which led then to Snyman's offload to Slimany. Let's just put the game out of reach, and Leinster know how to choke the game from here. Let's go. Needs something special, doesn't it, like you say?
Where's the cutting edge? Stolen. Osborne. A few tired-looking defensive efforts here from the Ospreys. Out wide it comes. Good footwork.
Ball is here!
Body just moves out the way in the last fraction of a second. Snyman again. He's done it again.
Release now!
You try and tackle him, you go for the body, and then he just smuggles the ball away.
Like an octopus.
Osborne.
Flat.
Cooney. Who's on the ball? That's the thing about wearing a yellow skull cap.
No, here, Mark is here.
He's been incredible, really. He's put a lot of work in, but he's had decisive moments for the Ospreys. It just hasn't been developed into points, unfortunately. All his effort.
He's a pest, isn't he?
Yeah. There you go, look. Good technique. He's just half steps over to make it difficult for Frawley, and so strong. Here's Snyman again. Here's the octopus. You know, it's just incredible, really, isn't it? Obviously his size helped, but you know, the confidence and skill to do it.
So it's the Snyman Deave show this evening, the Swansea.com. Penalty to the Ospreys. They'll probably take another shot to the corner because that's their best, the most effective way of scoring.
Go for the hat-trick.
Jack Walsh was bundled late. I don't think he was late hit on him.
I think it was timed quite well, but here's the chance now because there's still time on the clock. If they can get a 7-pointer here.
Sorry? No, yeah, control it.
It's good captaincy from Justin Tipuric there. He's asking, the last time the Ospreys were here, there was a penalty, then they scored. Now then, he wants the referee to remember there's another penalty here from a line-out ref. We're going 5 metres. Think about discipline. He wants a yellow card. Good question.
Ethan Lewis is still on the field. He's a young hooker and Will Austin on the bench, but Mark Jones prefers to stick with experience. And Ethan Lewis has a try already.
There's that penalty.
Schneiman is going to be penalised, and Justin Tipuric has just reminded the referee.
No, not even a warning yet. So they just concentrate on getting their drills right. There was a nice complex line out. Fender was free, no compete. It didn't matter even if it was not straight.
How many? 6.
This is where sometimes even a trick play, well-rehearsed trick play they're not expecting would be useful.
Will Spencer's on the field. He lifts James Fender. Ospreys have already scored 2 tries from a similar position. They want a third. They want to stay in this game. Ethan Lewis has been dragged into the maul. They won't go through the driving maul. Kieran Williams, direct. Hardy, snipes. No way through for him. Leinster are well set defensively. Ospreys just need something a little bit different. Or will it do with patience? Knocking on the door. Spencer. 3 men drive him to the floor. Steinman is in the thick of it. Things. He's everywhere. Hardy. Tipuric with the footwork and the offload. Ospreys still pushing for that third. Spencer, good carry by him. Forwards arrive in numbers. Hardy thought he scored, then found 2 white shirts who said no thank you.
Stay.
Try here will make things very interesting. Another carry by Spencer. Leinster look to turn it over, but it's a try. It's a score. And it's Cam Jones. We're in for some finish at the Swansea.com. Ospreys refuse to go away, and the unbeaten Leinster know they're in for a Grand Slam finish.
What a moment for young Cam Jones. He was pushed back there, so he had to snap a pick and go, and that bit of explosive drive, and over he goes. He reached.
Okay.
Lovely moment for the young prop. And as I said, just take them to the last 10. They've earned this. 3 tries, the Ospreys. Who's to say one more they get a bonus point win over Leinster? They can do it. Just see the consolidate from this kickoff. All the other tries they scored, they found themselves back in their own 22. Consolidate, exit, get up there, put the pressure on.
Some shift by Ethan Lewis.
Oh, he's been great as he called in last minute. Sam Parry off with illness. He's done really well. So much effort in.
The speed at which he left the field told me that he's given everything. And this is Justin Tipuric, who never looks tired.
Have to get out there cleanly. Just get it downfield. Kieran Hardy, Jack Walsh.
Use. Stay.
It's not the best kicks by Kieran Hardy. It's just a lottery this time. Where does it bounce? Into white hands. John McKee took it.
No, you leave.
Snyman with a pick and go. Morgan Morse told to leave it. I think he came in from the side as well, so he's lucky to get away with that one. Loads of white shirts on the far side. Just the 2 on Ospreys defenders. Leinster, you sense, maybe looking to suck a penalty.
Release me on the ground.
Home team need to be squeaky clean. Good hit by Will Spencer. Big impact off the bench for him. Tipuric, ball flies out the back. Osborne. Game on a knife edge. Cam Jones, another contribution from him. Leinster are not overplaying, but they're not getting any go forward. Frawley. Out wide. 4 minutes left of this game. Unbeaten Leinster are in a game here. Harry Deeves again. What a nuisance has been. Sense of enthusiasm, anticipation building at the Swansea.com. Snyman. Fender with a tackle. There'll be some aching bodies out there. Finally Leinster give up and clear it away. Here we go. Good luck. Who wants this one? Ospreys penalty.
Well, credit the Ospreys. Great defensive set. Leinster trying to kill the clock. Rossburn goes to the air. There's a nothing kick from the outside half, and they got the lucky bounce. Offside. Good kick from Walsh. Field position. Game on.
Worth noting, Leinster have not lost a game all season. How dominant have they been? They've conceded 17 tries in all matches. In 8 of the 10 games, they've claimed maximum bonus points. They've only thrown 2 points away all season.
Yeah, and here they are. They haven't got a bonus point yet, and the Ospreys have scored 3 tonight. So far, dare I say. Now then, it's a tall order. Keelan Giles is back on. Well, he was. Don't know what's happening here.
So Tom Florence is back on the field, replacing 15 Pep Jack Walsh.
There's a moment for young Will Austin, who's on the field. Jack Walsh is off, so who steps in to play 10? I think it's going to be Estin Hopkins, perhaps.
Yeah, it's a HIA for Jack Walsh. Shakes his head, but he's been identified. And young Estin Hopkins up to 10. Well, he's got the winning try against the Scarlets, didn't he?
Will Austin, converted back rower. Safe and sound to the front. Hopkins playing fly half. Morgan Morse. Ospreys untidy. How did that happen? We will play on. Giles. Who's going to stick their hand up?
No. Good job.
Judging by the rest of the game, maybe Harry Deeves. Big turnover.
And the celebration from Leinster players tells you everything on the importance of that moment. Crucial penalty.
That's a counter ruck there, and then in stepped the replacement, Alex Soroka. But it was a counter ruck coming in from Rory Maguire that did the damage. And you can bet your life former champions will just run the clock down here.
2 minutes, guys.
2 minutes. They know they've been in the game. Just a little bit over 90 seconds to survive. Secure with a win. Soroka gains possession for Leinster. They will not overplay here. A minute and a half, still a long time when there's players on the ball. Not on the ball, says the referee. Swansea.com, not impressed by this referee. Leinster can see the shore, but a minute is a long time to survive, and Ospreys will compete at everything. Keep an eye on that yellow skull cap. If there's one person who can make a difference, it might be Harry Deeves.
Yeah, Morgan Morse is looking to get a turnover as well.
Stay back, step back.
Credit where credit's due. So far, this is impressive from Leinster. Just to kill off the game, Sean.
You've got to stay on their feet, though, guys. The ref should be looking for anybody going off their feet. Look, the latch. They're off their feet there. That's a penalty for me. The ref should be looking, he's saying stay up.
Tipperick's on the ball. Tipperick gets the penalty. How often do we see that blue head guard and go, yes, he's bailed out his team. And the Ospreys have one last shot at it.
What can Hopkins do here? Does he go for broke?
He does. And that's it. Hopkins went for double tops.